In my situation, there was an agreed order, and I agreed to pay for the evaluation because I wanted to get the evaluation. So, one of the arguments would be, well, okay, you paid for the evaluation, but it was opted against you. Okay, so therefore it must be valid. Okay, well, that's not a valid argument. Let's take, for example, the analogy where you buy a car. Okay,
yeah.
You pay $30,000 for a car in one form or another. The car turns out to be a lemon.
A lemon, yeah.
Okay, well, it's just because I paid for the car, there's not always a guarantee that the car's not going to be a lemon.
Right.
Okay,
and
so
I like the analogy, the lemon child custody evaluator.
Well, the
lemon report.
Yeah, well, I think the point is that the legal argument. Well, you paid for it, and you paid X amount of dollars, so it must be valid. It's not as if you paid for it and then she sided with you, and that might pose the question of invalidity.
Right, I
as
hear
you
what you're
paid
saying.
for it.
Yeah.
You were the deep pocket that paid for it.
Yeah.
So no, it doesn't mean anything at all. In my opinion, the child custody report was a lemon. And in my opinion, basically what happened is she's defrauding the court, defrauded me, and potentially harming our child with irreversible harm, which I've been which I've told the court. Now, the thing about an agreed order, at the time of an agreed order, and I've been looking at the case law about this, both parents basically waive their privacy rights because, the custody evaluator, whoever the agent is an agent of the court. They're acting under the color of law. You're allowing them to come into your life to invade your autonomy and to invade your privacy of disclosure. Okay. Now, as an aside, we are not born having to automatically eject. Once we come out of the uterus, we're not having to object to government intervention.
Right.
Right? Okay, so because why? Because that's a fundamental right. We are allowed privacy. That's a fundamental right of our life. Okay, we don't have to earn privacy. It's a given, just like many other fundamental rights. So an argument that I had about continuation of the child custody evaluator was that based upon what I found out, based upon analyzing the child custody evaluation, it was a corrupt evaluation.
Right.
I believe it was a corrupt evaluation.
And you should be able to have some type of recourse to stop it.
I should have, so I decided and I argued, I will not allow this person to come into my life again. Okay? Because it was harmful and it's going to potentially cause more harm to the parent-child relationship.
Right.
So therefore, I no longer waive my privacy rights.
That's a very interesting.
I no longer waive my privacy rights.
Yeah.
Okay? And if there is not a warrant to come into my life, okay, there's no reason, no justification for this agent of the court under the color of law to invade my privacy. I will not allow it to happen.
That's a compelling argument.
Okay, so that was disregarded by the judge, regardless of their oath of office, regardless of the Texas Family Code 151003.